And so my thing with the situation is it does not seem like it's strategically implemented, then what does it look like? Because like how does it pop up all of a sudden and then it disappears?
Yeah. Well, see, the thing too that brought me to this story was the whole thing behind Mercury. And back when I first started checking out the conspiracy theories, quote unquote, I started finding out about the vaccine that they're using for girls, or I guess now they're trying to even push it on boys for HPV. Okay.
No.
And originally they were putting freaking mercury in that vaccine, and it was actually causing problems and hurting people. And I think they stopped putting mercury in that back in the early 2000 at one time. At least somebody pointed it out to me. But that was one thing that really got to me. And they've been using mercury for quite a long time when it comes to vaccines and stuff of that nature. And for me, just period, using mercury in any kind of medicine is just insane. I don't understand why people would do that.
Yeah, the links to what is it? Not Alzheimer's, or no, not Alzheimer's. Asperger's and whatever the kids are getting.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Not
It's
so
like it's not Asperger's. It's a little bit more severe.
Let me see here. They had it on there too. I was going through and pulling up all this stuff.
Autism.
That's it. Yeah.
It's like getting linked to this, but there's other scientists that are refuting that there's no link to, no correlation to mercury or any kind of vaccine causing autism. But yeah, the people that are saying that there are links, they show their evidence and like prove how it is, but they're the people that are, how they pay for any kind of study and research to research studies to be found whatever for the corporations, not for the people.
In favor of the corporations.
Right.
Yeah. Now, see. Oh, go ahead.
They want to control the data. No, I was just saying the people with the money are the ones that control the data.
Exactly.
Yep. Now, the one thing with that too, with like the research and everything, if you notice as well, they'll always throw examples of, well, this works for this and it worked out pretty good, like for a good example would be lithium. Okay, lithium helps people who are schizophrenic and stuff like that, and it has lead in it. All right, that's actually one of the basic substance for lithium. And they put it in there and they say, well, lithium actually helps and blah, 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 So they're giving kids freaking lithium that's lead-based. And
as a form to treat something that's mentally based and they do things with thought processing. Yep. And now they're poisoning themselves and they feel so that they have to. And it's suicide.
Well, I personally have a problem with giving medicine to younger kids because, like, that's the time period when these kids have to freaking mature, you know what I mean? And their bodies are going through changes as it is. So you don't need to be giving them freaking pharmaceutical medicine for freaking, mental disorders and shit by the time they're 6 years old. I don't agree with that.
The prime time of their development, and then they're saying, and then they talk about how even like men's frontal lobe does not fully develop until what I think it was 21 or 23. I don't remember the exact age, but just imagine and then no offense to any men on the street, but like men are usually the ones who exhibit higher levels of ADHD, but that's just activity. They put these labels on it, but men are used to, like if we like domesticated our wildness in general for men and women, and men are used to being outside hunting and doing stuff, and so then when they're not able to just sit in the classroom and stare at a board,
They're
they have some type
labeled as
mentally challenged or ADHD. They have issues, but that's the thing, because they're still developing, and that's why they take advantage of being able to find any type of discomfort or just some type of discontentment. Like, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't fit into our mold. So it's a problem. And so that's throw some medicine
yeah.
in
We live in an upside down, backwards world, and like it's no measure of whatever to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. However, that whole saying goes, and we use we claim to be giving health and mental health, regular health, and it's all actually hurting us more and keeping us at a level of discomfort, just enough to keep on going and living, surviving, but we're not able to thrive.
And you don't know that you're uncomfortable, because it's presented to you as this is how you're supposed to act. Zombie mode is what's acceptable. So you are uncomfortable because you know that something's off. That's why people end up getting worse a lot of times, especially when you get their medicine, because the things like the side effects, if you listen to the side effects of a lot of these drugs, it'll tell you basically, hey, we're going to increase the symptoms you're already having. Hear voices in your head, you may hear more. Already feeling paranoid? Well, wait till you take some of this.
Right.
Like, these are the labels, but it's like, but there's a chance that it might subside. And then the craziest part about all of it is 9 times out of 10, people are given placebos, which drives them their
right. All these medical professionals that claim to know, or especially in the mental health industry, claim to know what they're talking about. They're stabbing in the dark. They have no clue what they're talking about.
Never even experienced it.
When it does work, it's like, wow, it actually worked.
With this one person, let's see if we can get to a massive group, get a bunch of participants, throw them an incentive.
And it doesn't even work, quote unquote work. All it does is keep people just enough medicated so that they're not actually questioning their illegitimate authority.
Yeah. Now, have you guys ever heard of Thermosol? The Marisol?
Not exactly. I'm sure I've heard of it somewhere, but I can't remember that one.
Is it not something for like flu or something?
No, the Marisol is a mercury-contained compound that prevents the growth of dangerous bacteria and fungus. It is used as a preservative for flu vaccines in multiple dose vials to keep the vaccines free from contamination. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Now, Thermosol is also used during the manufacturing process for some vaccines to prevent the growth of microbes. In 1999, as a precautionary measure, the U.S. Public Health Service recommended removing Thermosol as a preservative for vaccines to reduce mercury exposure among infants as much as possible. Today, except for some flu vaccines in multi-dose vials, no recommended childhood vaccine contains Thermosol as a preservative. In all other recommended childhood vaccines, no Thermosol is present, or the amount of Thermosol is close to zero. No reputable scientific study have found an association between Thermosol in vaccine and autism. Now, I think that's what I was
talking about. Mm-hmm.
There are two different components that contain mercury, and that's ethyl mercury and methyl mercury. The low levels of ethyl mercury in vaccines are broken down by the body differently and clear out of the blood more quickly than methyl mercury. So I figured I'd pull that up, and that's kind of what I remember going through that, and they were talking about that with the thermosol and stuff like that. So I had that pulled up earlier. And
what do you see as the necessariness of vaccinations, just in general, not just COVID, but just in general? What do you see as, like, are they something that you feel are though necessary in order for us to maintain healthiness, or it's just because they, in almost all of them, if I'm not mistaken, you're getting a little variant of the actual disease or virus itself in regards to hopefully heal it, but that's what causes the side effects if your body rejects this. So what do you feel like it's really a way to help and like they're necessary?
Well, let me just ask this though. I mean, why do we need a freaking dangerous
substance to be injected in?
No, dangerous preservative added to this supposed vaccine. I mean,
to keep it stabilized, to keep it fresh, right? To keep it from yeah, you're right.
And they're doing that crap in foods too. I mean,
process. That's how you can get foods that won't expire till like May 2024, and it's like, what the heck are you putting in here?
The most unhealthy thing a person can do is go to a restaurant, okay? Because they put all this crazy shit. They put stuff in your food that women put in their makeup.
Oh, you're gonna make me vomit. Stop.
I was just reading the stuff that's in makeup. I can't even pronounce the words. It's crazy.
And if you cannot pronounce it, then that's how you know it's not for you. Like, that's how I learned about my skincare for my face routine. Because if you cannot pronounce the stuff, then you should not be using it at all, because it means that it's something dangerous. And anything, whether it's food or whether it's makeup. Like, I don't do much with makeup, but I do. Like, I have my toners and stuff like that for me to do my natural skincare routine. But when you have stuff to where you're unable to pronounce it, it should not be going in or on your body.
Are you on a Bluetooth device, Karma?
I'm on my headphones, yeah.
And you got okay, the car noise. Okay, that's what it is. I'm hearing car sounds. I thought it was something else, but cool.
Yeah, no, I'm headed to basketball.
Gotcha.
No, it's mentions on here too that the flu vaccine, it's a preservative in multi-dose vials of flu vaccines and 2 other childhood vaccines, and it's used in the manufacturing process. Now, they mentioned 2 other childhood vaccines, but they don't want to name what those 2. Yeah, they don't want to name what those 2 childhood vaccines are.
The issue is that they do this stuff and they put out the information like, yeah, here, this is the science behind it, but
no one's gonna read it.